What's up, guys? So instead of putting out my book, which I intended to do, I'm just gonna do short stories for my book, and hopefully you guys like it. I'm slowly but surely coming back to the internet, and you know, I don't know, man. We're just gonna see if this works or not. But yeah. Also, before I get into this, I'm on Discord now. So if you want to look at some titties and people shoving shit in their ass again, well, fucking hit up the Discord. So how we're gonna do this is shit. Let me turn this down just a little bit. I'm at my buddy's house. He's recording this for me. He's gonna upload it. So yeah, man. All right. So I wrote this story in the prison library at Beaumont Low. Hold on, let me take a drink of my beer. And it's called Diesel. It's about when I worked at Diesel in San Francisco on the women's floor. So, anyways, here we go. So, when I first moved to San Francisco, I was probably like 22, 21. I don't remember. But yeah, when I first moved there, I moved into one of my friend's places, like right downtown, off of Taylor and Post. Her name was Liz, and I took over her rent for a while she moved to Milan, Italy, so she could go to school and learn how to sew, something gay like that. She was going to the Art Institute, and she paid like $90,000 for her degree. But at the end of the day, she just ended up as a waitress at BJ's. Anyway, when I moved to San Francisco, I needed a job. Rent is crazy retarded there. So I went around one day in downtown San Francisco looking for a quick retail job, like anything that could take me. It took me about 2 hours of just like walking around, poking my head in, and applying for jobs that I found Diesel, and they fucking hired me right on the spot. Diesel used to be a really cool Italian denim company, but they went into like high fashion women's and men's clothes, but all that shit was geared towards gay Euro dudes, and their pants eventually stopped being cool and started looking like really femme with bedazzles and shit all over them. I don't know if anybody even fucking rocks Diesels anymore, but you used to get mad fucking pussy if you wore Diesel, and it had like the little white thing on the pocket. Sorry guys, I'm just having a beer. So anyway, where was I? But anyways, yeah, opposite, yeah. So anyways, it was just a bunch of shit people didn't wear in the United States, but it was like the flagship store. So like basically everybody just came in there that was visiting from like Europe and then bought their shitty jeans where we were. Anyways, I walk into the store and see if they're hiring for a sales position, and the stoner looking white dude I talked to has me fill out an application, then asked me if I want to do an interview right there. We talked about music and girls the whole time, and he gave me the job right on the spot. I really didn't think I needed the job, but I wanted the money to go out. I was doing so much hair on the side that it was covering all my bills, but a job will keep me busy and I'll network super quick and retail. But if I'm honest, I just want to meet girls to fuck in this new city. So basically, I'm reading from my book, and then I'm just kind of free flow commenting. But yeah, so I had like right before, or the reason I moved to San Francisco is because I just finished cosmetology school, like got my license and shit. I don't know if any of you guys even care about that, but I really only got into hair so I could fuck girls. This was like way before I started doing internet shit. But yeah, this dude named Matt, he was just mad high all the time, and he was a manager, and he just hired me on the spot, which was super chill. And I was like, I really just want to work on the women's floor, man. And he threw me on the women's floor, like he didn't give a fuck. But I was making really good money cutting hair for like random people in the city that I really didn't need a job, but this would just like, keep me afloat, and I can go out and drink and shit. But anyways, yeah, so the dude Matt told me I start the next day at 11 a.m. I come in sort of excited to see who I'm working with, like if there's going to be any babes or not. I thought I saw a few when I went into the store from the internet. Wait, what the fuck? I thought I saw a few when I went into the store. Uh, dude, I can't even write. Let me see. Oh, that's right. Okay, so what I'm meaning to say is that like basically when I walked in there, right? I thought I like when I because you look around like you try to make eye contact with bitches and shit, see who really you kind of might want to fuck or who's checking you out. I saw like a midget and like behind the counter, like some dykes, like just total like a bunch of gay dudes and shit, like total fucking what you picture San Francisco to be in like a picture. You know what I mean? That was the type of dudes that were there. But yeah, so and yeah, there was one girl who worked on the denim wall, which was like this big ass fucking wall just full of pants, and that's like where everyone wanted to work was the denim wall because you made the most fucking commission there because obviously Diesel's known for their jeans. And there was this fine ass chick. She wasn't even really that fine. She just had a badass body with a horse face. She's probably disgusting now. This was like over 10 years ago. And then some faggot gay dude. But anyways, all right. One of their boyfriends was this dude Darren, this dude was a complete fucking dick when I got there. I wanted to beat his ass so bad, and we didn't get along. We ended up becoming best friends though later on. Actually, the story is kind of about him. I was sort of bummed out because all the gay dudes running around, there was all these gay dudes, dude, like nothing but gay dudes, and the girl with the horse face, and no girls until they told me I was going to be working on the women's floor. This place was massive. It had 8 or 9 floors. I was going to be working on the 4th floor. They had a DJ booth on my floor, and they would have random DJs come play. But most of the people they hired I knew or had been friends with for a while. The cool thing I found out pretty quick was they never searched the DJ's bag. So I'd always put clothes in their bag when I'd walk out. I mean, that was just a way I probably shouldn't even say that. But, not me, other people that I worked with, that's how they would like get they had like a side business, like taking jeans and shit and selling them to like their friends. But anyway, all right. So anyways, so we'd have like what they would, I guess I'll just expand on that a little bit. Like people would put the shit in the DJ's bags or whatever, or they would like, put them in garbage bags and like wait till everybody threw the trash away. Cause obviously you think that was trash, and then come back later and, get the shit out of the trash, but you'd have to go through the trash. Okay, where was I? All right. So on the floor I worked on, I had to work with this huge super faggot named Casey, who was telling me on every chance he got, I had to stop myself from, who was, oh yeah, dude, that kid Casey, he was telling on me, like all he did was tell on me. He was just like this huge super faggot, like had cum on the side of his lips every night. I mean, it took the force of God not to beat the fuck out of this dude every day. And they would call me in the office and they'd be like, Casey said you said the word gay. You really need to stop saying the word gay. Like shit like that. So on my first day of working there, I head back to the stock room for some jeans a customer wanted. And that's when I met Darren. I said, what's up? But he refused to talk to me or shake my hand when I first met him. Sorry, guys. When I was in the back, like stock room later on in the week, there was these slidable racks in the back, and he saw me in the middle of these 2 racks looking for a shirt or something, and he slid the rack hard as fuck and squished me in between them, and I couldn't turn around or anything, and they were too heavy to move with the position I was in, but I could hear him laughing. Dude, because like they would stack these racks full of all the clothes, so they'd be heavy as fuck. But he squished me between 2 of these fucking things and I couldn't move. And I heard him giggling and shit in the back. I never wanted to beat someone's ass so bad. I don't even know this dude. He walked off. I had to yell until someone heard me to move the rack and let me out. And I sat there and I was just screaming like, help me. And thank God one of the managers came back there and let me out. So, yeah. Anyway, so when I got out, I walked out of there and they were all laughing and shit. And oh my God, I wanted to fuck this fool up. Anyway, the story is not about everyone who I hated at Diesel. It's about shitting on a dude's face for money. So I guess let's just get right to it. Enough foreplay. There was a dude at Diesel named Brandon who did the window displays at Diesel. He was another gay dude, of course. Look, for now on, everyone in this story is gay but me. It's San Francisco, so just assume they're gay unless I say otherwise. So this dude Brandon and I were stuck together for 2 weeks straight because they were turning the floor I worked on into a spaceship or some shit. So me, being me, I'd ask him all about the freaky gay stuff he does. Eventually he told me he was into what he's into basically is that he buys those inflatable camping toilet seats that you blow up so you can shit and piss and comfort in the woods. You know what I'm talking about? They used to have infomercials for them and stuff, but I don't know. You can see them at like Kmart. Okay. So, all right, where was I? Well, anyways, so that's what he does is he basically finds people, well, not people, but dudes, specifically dudes, to shit and piss on his face, but not just any people. He told me that he specifically only likes vegetarians or vegans to shit on his face because their poop is cleaner, I guess. I guess it's the texture. Maybe it's cleaner if you eat only leaves or something. I don't know. It's been like 10 or 12 years, so, you know, all the facts I don't remember, but he specifically liked these vegan turds on his face. So anyways, he told me he would put ads on Craigslist to find these guys, and he has to mostly pay a few $100s to get a real hot guy to do it, which makes sense, I guess. It's better to get your face shit on by some hot dude than some ugly dude. He told me that he really wanted a new hot guy to shit on him, but that they're really hard to find. That's normal, but at the same time, I didn't think he was hitting on me. I guess asking gay dudes what they're into could seem like I'm sort of hitting on them, but that's just me being curious, not gay curious, just like curious and what type of person they are. So he was low-key asking me to take a shit on his face. But, dude, I eat meat. Like, I would lay a fucking fat gorilla turd on his face. Anyway, for a few $100 back then, woo, especially San Francisco, fuck. I might suck off a crackhead for a couple $100 back then. Over the next few, well, if you had it. All right, so over the next few months of working at Diesel, I slowly became cool with Darren. He just randomly started being nice, which was chill because I wanted to beat his ass. We eventually got mad cool, and we would go to parties together, and we became really chill. It was weird because of how much of an asshole he was when I first met him and when he slammed the shelves together on me in the stockroom. We had one of those weekends. We were partying together. We got crazy, retarded, fucked up. And he told me about how Brandon had a crush on me. And I just laughed and told him, yeah, I could tell he's always staring at me. I mean, the dude would just look at me all fucking day. That's all he did. Like, I don't know. I mean, he was cool, but it was, you know, it's just kind of weird. Darren starts laughing and just tells me how basically he didn't like me at first because I heard shit about you. That's why I slammed those shelves on you. But then Brandon kept bugging me about you and gave me $60 to do some recon on you and to see if you would be down to doing something with him. I just wanted his money and then realized you're pretty cool. I think that was quote unquote by Darren, by the way. I don't think Darren knew that Brandon told me that he likes to get shit on, but I just looked at him like I was kind of confused and told him, yeah, that's chill. And Darren just goes, dude, I got to ask you something. I'm just going to ask you because he won't stop texting me about it. Dude, would you shit on Brandon's face for $500? I just kind of looked at him like, what the fuck? Like type of look, but I really was just acting because I already knew about the shitting on the face fetish situation. I just didn't want to really explain that and look gay, but he's sitting there looking at me like I'm retarded, but he goes for 500 and I go, is this for real? And he goes, yeah, this is for real. He's texting me right now and he's asking me to ask you this. Hold on, I gotta wet my whistle. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Back to the sorry guys, I'm dying, man. My friend is trying not to laugh over here. Anyways, so it was just me and Darren and this other dude, Mikey, we worked with. The problem with living in San Francisco was that it's amazing, but it's expensive as fuck. Some dude wanted me to shit on his face for $500 was weirdly a good opportunity to make some extra cash. I think I was paying like $1,300 or $1,350 at the time for this tiny ass studio. I was smash mad hose there because of the location. The location was just awesome, right next to all the big clubs, so I could just take girls back and smash, then head out across the street and get another. Dope ass location though, Taylor and Post, but it's like Nob Hill-ish if you're familiar with San Francisco. But like you look to the left, it's like beautiful San Francisco, like what you think San Francisco to be, and then to the right you got dead crackheads, dudes looking for crack in the cracks. Just people shitting on the street, that type of shit. All right. Anyway, back to the story. Darren looks at me and is like, so you down? I got to text him back. I just sort of shrugged. I knew I wanted the money, but not like that. But low key, I was down, no homo. That fag, Mikey, wanted me to do it so he could laugh at me. Darren goes, that's why I asked you if you ate meat. I guess he likes vegetarian poop better. Maybe it's the way it tastes or how the log lays on his face. After a few more shots and then bugging me all night to do it, I finally get fucked up enough and I just keep thinking about the money and I go, fuck it, I'll do it. But you guys can't tell anyone. They go, yeah, sure, like shaking their heads and shit. Fucking liars. They ended up telling everyone. Well, whatever. Would it be fucked up to put a picture of Brandon in my book? Yeah, I can't be doing that shit. Just so you know what he looks like. No, I'm not going to do that. I mean, it's not really that bad of a thing to do. The story isn't gay, right? It's 500. All right, whatever. Sorry, guys. Dude, I'm talking so fast. All right, here we go. All right. It sounds sort of gay, I guess, but way less gay, especially when you're broke like I was. I guess I will be broke again when I get out of prison. Hit me up, Brandon. Just kidding. I wonder if that dude is still around and getting shit on. He would have to pay me a little more now and make up for inflation. It's been a few years now. Anyway, so I had Darren text Brandon immediately and tell him to start blowing up that camper shitter thing because I'm down. He told me he would text me and he would work out all the details with him. Basically like any talent manager would do for his clients. Darren tried and high-five me, but I wasn't feeling it. But Mikey and him did and hugged each other. They were just giggling and shit the whole time. They thought it was the funniest shit ever. Mikey told me to make sure to tell them all the details and don't make eye contact or it'll be gay, and to hold my sack and dick so he doesn't try to suck on them or something. I said, fuck that. I'm going to take the biggest, nastiest shit on that dude's face. I want to drown him in shit. We all thought it would be a good idea to Google how to take the biggest shit possible. There are surprisingly a lot of sites dedicated to this. The route we took was eat lots of meat, real meat, not penis. I know this story is mad gay, but come on, don't be a fag. But then we'd buy a bottle of milk of magnesia. Apparently, from the Googleage, that shit make you shit like just huge logs with that. But only if you eat a ton of meat. And if you didn't, you just spray shit. So, it'll just look like, I don't know, it'll just look like, yeah, you're just spraying shit. I don't know if you guys live in the cities or in California, but people just shit all over the place. So it just looks like someone was executed or something on the wall. Anyway, let's get to it. So it sounded like a good idea to use the milk of magnesia. So either way, I'm sure, or at least I thought I was sure, Brandon would enjoy it. Win-win. Brandon texted Darren a little later and said he was going to work all week, so it would have to be sometime during the day on the weekend. Darren asked for the money up front for me, but he said he didn't trust me to show up if he did that. Well, Brandon said he didn't trust me to show up if he did that, and I might run off with the money or something. Darren asked for a deposit for me. He said no. So basically, I was going to see this dude at work every day, and he will be counting down the days for me to shit on his face. Yeah, and it was super fucking gay. Sorry about my reading voice. It's probably lame. So anyways, during that whole week, I would come to work all pissed off, just fucking pissed, dude, because this dude's staring at me, waiting for my luscious turds to be all over his face. And I just wanted to get this shit over with and shit on his face and, you know, I don't know, and to make even gayer Brandon. I don't know, dude. It was just whatever. I just want to get this shit over with. And to make it gayer, Brandon would stare at me all day at work. And when we would make eye contact, like just all awkwardly, I would just get pissed off and stop what I was doing and walk off. Might be one of the gayest weeks of my life. I mean, I hope nothing has topped that. On Thursday of that week, Brandon texts Darren to meet him in the back room on the shoe floor, which was like all the way at the top. It was like the 9th floor. Darren texted me right after he got that text that he was meeting him back there. So he went back there to meet him, and he gave him a piece of paper with instructions on it. He walked out of the room, and he found me and gave it to me while he was dying laughing. So the fucker, yeah, I mean, he obviously read the fucking thing and was already making fun of me. So obviously I had to read it, all creeped out, and it said, if you're comfortable. Oh, wait, that's not my gay voice. If you're comfortable. No, that's not my gay voice. Whatever. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to do it all. But for real, who is comfortable with taking a poop on someone's face? That's like what was going through my head. I feel like only super rich people get away with that. Anyway, the letter keeps going and said, all I have to do is walk in this apartment. I don't have to knock or anything, and I will see him laying on the floor with the white toilet seat on his face. Reasonable. He said he will turn music on so it's not awkward and to help me go, take a shit. So, yeah, anyways, I don't know, dude. I'm just mad remembering all this gay shit. And actually, there's a quote in here, and when I wrote this, it says, I'm so fucking mad at remembering this. I'm in the prison library right now writing this in the open. I hope no one sees what I'm writing. So, which would have been the worst fucking thing for me. Yeah. So anyways, the rest of the note just had like the date and time and shit. He seemed very punctual. I finished reading the note and feel dirty after reading it, and we head downstairs to show Mikey, which is that dude that worked with us too, so he could laugh at me too. Oh yeah, I fucked up. And said the money. Oh yeah, he said like the money will be on the counter, but I can't take it until I'm all done shitting on him. All turds must be expelled from my anus. That's quote unquote. Hold on, let me take a drink. But no, I'm just playing. It wasn't like a legal document or anything. But still, I'm to depart for shitting at 11 p.m. on Saturday. This Saturday coming up. Not this Saturday, but back then. Sorry if it's too loud, you guys. I don't know what the fuck. This dude doesn't know how to do audio that well, I guess. So later that night, after work, I text Darren to tell him to tell that fucking faggot I'm not doing it, I'm out. Like, I'm fucking heated, like pacing back and forth. I was getting cold feet before the big day. It was like, like how bitches do when they get married or whatever. I mean, I was just sitting at work all day reading this note that he gave me, thinking about this whole situation, like walking into this dude's apartment to shit on his face. Like, what the fuck? No, this isn't real life. Darren texted me back and told me, like, I mean, he had a point, dude, but he texted me back and he told me, dude, it's $500 fucking dollars and no one is going to say shit. I can't exactly go around town talking about my friends shitting on some dude's face for $500. And I forget what else. Basically what he's saying, whatever. But he did go around. Okay, he told me he's not going to say anything about me shitting on this dude's face, to hype me up to get this to make me shit on this dude's face. And then, he ends up he did go around and told everyone, like literally everyone, the whole fucking store, everyone we knew outside of San Francisco. Like, fuck, I can't believe I didn't still get texts, dude. Anyway, after some back and forth with him and him lying to me about never going to talk about the situation ever, I finally came around and told him I would do it. The fuck? Someone's banging on. Anyways, all right. So, dude, someone's like loudly banging outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Fuck, where was I? Okay, so anyways, fuck, I forgot where it was. All right, anyway, after some back and forth with him and him lying to me about never going to talk about the situation ever, I finally came around and told him I would do it. The next 24 hours were the longest 24 hours of my fucking life. So anyways, the morning comes and everybody was texting me like Darren and Mikey nonstop since I'm guessing they woke up to see if I had done it yet. So Darren texted me at 7 a.m. like, come on, dude. It was hard to sleep that night because, okay, it was super hard to sleep that night because I had been holding my shit forever. I was like past 24 hours of shit holding. I must have ate like 5 pounds of carne asada and ate 2 huge Chipotle burritos. Like I was cooking up a fucking monster, dude. I was literally creating a weapon, dude. So anyways, I just didn't reply to them. I was too pissed off. I didn't want to do this fucking thing. I was as close to giving birth as humanly possible for a guy. I was letting off some vicious farts, shit that would make you gag. So anyways, it was about that time to get this over with finally. I really didn't have to talk myself into it. I just needed to shit. I had only a few minutes left to do this. I couldn't physically keep this demon inside of me anymore. About 2 hours later, after I finish, I text Darren to meet me at the Castle, a dive bar by my apartment. We used to go to all the time in the Tenderloin called the Edinburgh Castle. Whatever. Pretty legit shithole, but made it look like an old castle inside. Whatever. So he texts me back, right? And he's like, be right there. Like, hell of fucking exclamation points and shit. And they all mobbed over there. Darren was the first to get there. I was just shitting. I was just sitting at the table, the one we usually sit at, all alone on my phone. As soon as he sees me, he yells, did you fucking do it? Like across the bar. And I just mug him and waved him over. He sits down and he's looking at me and is like, so did you do it? And I was all, let's order drinks and wait for Mikey and I'll tell you everything. I was just kind of pissed off at myself and was trying to process everything that had happened. So Darren has no patience. So he calls Mikey to get him over there as soon as possible. He goes, he wants to tell us everything. How long until you're here? How far are you? You haven't left yet? You said you were on your way. Fuck, man, hit me up when you leave. He was so pissed he couldn't wait any longer. I mean, just wait. Anyway, so yeah, I'd be the same way too. It's just annoying when you're the one pooping on the gay dude's face. Anyway, so I'm sort of getting pissed thinking about it now. I'm already having a shitty day in prison. I almost beat some dude's ass today in line for breakfast. And I'm like 22 days away from going home. That's quote unquote from when I fucking wrote this shit. And now it's been like a year, dude. My dick's fucking huge. All right, so deep breaths. All right, back to the shit story. So we wait. 8,000 hours it seemed like for Mikey to roll around. Or to roll through. But I kept buying drinks, so whatever. Darren was like, are you using the shit money to buy us drinks? Because you never buy drinks anymore. So I don't remember how I answered that. Mikey finally shows up. I probably just played it off. But Mikey finally showed up. And we wait for him to order a drink. He gets his drink and heads over and sits down and goes, tell me what happened. I go, before I tell you motherfuckers what happened, you can never repeat this. Mikey and Darren, they just kind of look at each other. They're like, yeah, sure, you could trust us, dude. Don't trip. I go, okay. I take a deep pause, slow pause for dramatic effect. Take a drink, and then I begin to tell them about my journey. He was only a block away from me, so it was just, this is me telling them, this is like in quotes. He was only a block away from me, so I just walked over there, and I sat outside his apartment wondering if I should do this or not, but I really needed the money. But I also had been holding my shit for 2 days. I was in so much pain, I hardly made it over there. Like, people think a turtle head is funny. I for real had like an inch of shit hanging out my butt. Just one long log. It hurt. I just wanted it out of me. I finally just said, fuck it. And I walked I walked to the door, and he buzzed me in. Because, like, you walk up to, like, an apartment, like, in a city, you got to hit the thing. Whatever. Anyways, all right. Not, like, the actual door to his apartment. So, anyways, dude buzzes me in. Like, I'm carrying this fucking baby in me. The whole time I was walking up the stairs to his apartment, I was waiting to turn around, but I had to shit so bad I couldn't turn around, like, physically. I only had one option, and that was to shit on his face. I just kept going, and so I could get up to his door, and I don't even pause, I had to take a deep breath and think about it one more time. I just opened the door, and I see this dude laying there with no lights on. It has some crazy metal music on. I just saw the white camper toilet thing on his face, and he wasn't making any noise, thank God. We're talking. Mikey butts in and says, that would be funny if he said, yum. Then I told him to shut up and let me finish. All right, hold on. Okay, let me take a drink, guys. Let me finish this. All right, so Mikey says, yum, whatever. I start back up again, and I go, I sort of didn't waste any time. I just walked up to him. The floor was all creaking and shit, like, because, everything's made of, like, kind of wood over there, like older apartments. And I was trying to be quiet like a shitting ninja. I don't know why. Like, I was going to just sneak in and leave a dump on his forehead and leave, and him never know I was there. I get to him, and I just turn around to sit on the toilet thing, so my legs were above his head, not crossed over his body. So I felt like I was... Okay, hold on, guys. I'm like sweating, dude. I feel like I'm rapping. So I felt like I was just taking a normal shit. I didn't want to see or hear him. I just found a spot on the ceiling and looked up at it the whole time. Like, he had these beautiful, like, tall ceilings. So I just stared up at the fucking thing. I undid my pants, and I tried to keep them up a little so I can hold my balls and my dick, like Mikey said. Great strategy. Then I just sat down as quick as I could to get it over with. When I went to sit down, the little white thing slid over, and I kind of fell. Like, it was like, wee. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't like duct tape on the side of his head so it wouldn't fall over. So I had all my weight on it, and I sort of fell, and I said, oh, shit. I could hear him sort of laughing and made me want to leave, and I felt like air on my butt, like a bidet, like, because he was talking, and I was going to shit on his face. But I'm a savage, and I just shut it all out and refocus, like, beep, 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 beep. I could see the money on the table, too. I fixed the position of the camper toilet. I just went back to looking at the spot on the ceiling, and at this point, there is no holding back. The birth of a demon is coming. I just let go the biggest shit of my life. I don't even know how he could breathe. I couldn't stop shitting. It was violent, like one of those ones where your arms and legs and everything go weak. The little camper shitter thing was kind of comfortable too, not gonna lie. I just wish I was using it for what it was meant for. Well, I guess I was, but minus the whole dude's face thing. Anyway, I figured I'd stay and finish. I was there for 15 minutes and shitting the whole time. No courtesy flush, nothing or courtesy swallow. I can't believe I wrote that. I could tell I was about done, and I had forgotten to bring toilet paper. So I started to freak out. I wasn't going to ask if he had some. How would that even go? I wouldn't be able to understand him. I don't even know if he was alive still. He wasn't moving. I looked around freaking out for toilet paper, and then I spotted it next to the money. I got up, wobbled over to it with my pants and underwear around my legs. I grabbed it, wobbled back over to him to where the toilet, quote unquote, was, and I start to wipe. I take one wipe, and then I stood there like a dumbass for a second. I don't know where to drop the toilet paper. Like, I'm just looking around like that scene in Pulp Fiction, where he's like, what? When he walks into her house. So after a few second pause, I just drop it in the toilet on his face. I don't look into it, though. I don't want to make eye contact. I just threw the paper in and go to the next wipe. I get all cleaned up, and I don't say anything. I just pull my pants up and grab the money and leave 10 minutes later. I get a text. I got a text later from that fucking guy. Like, 10 minutes, dude. And it's all, thanks. That's it. No period or anything. But, you know, there was no way he cleaned up all that in 10 minutes. I'm sure he just chilled with it on his face taking selfies. I spent like $300 of the $500 that night trying to forget what I did. The other $200 on blow. But before I quit working at Diesel, I had around 75 pair of Diesel denim. I had quite a collection. But yeah, man, that's basically it. Yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Yeah. So anyway, make sure you guys join the Discord. It'll be in the info under this video. All right, guys. I love you.